Hi, I'm Sean. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to your weekly astrology forecast. It's a good week with a trine and a full moon. This is for the week of November starting on Monday the 3rd. Please listen to my intro and then scroll down for your sun, moon and rising sign. On the 3rd and 4th of November, that's Monday and Tuesday, we have a gorgeous trine. Mars in Scorpio trines Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So let me try to break this down. There's a lot going on. First, let's talk about a trine. A trine is a 120-degree angle between two planets, usually in the same element, water, fire, air, or earth. It's considered very positive, like two instruments playing in perfect tune. Energy flows easily. Imagine Mars is a passionate dancer, and Neptune is a dreamy choreographer. A trine means they're in sync, creating a performance that's both intense and poetic. Neptune is in retrograde. When a planet is retrograde, it appears to move backward in the sky from our perspective on Earth. It's a time of reflection and going over things again. It's a bit like the tide going out. Neptune retrograde in Pisces is like diving into a dream journal from the past, revisiting old visions, spiritual insights, or even escapist habits. Mars is at home in Scorpio, intense, strategic, and emotionally driven. This placement brings deep desire and change. Think of a detective solving a mystery, not just with logic, but with gut instinct and emotional depth. Neptune rules Pisces, so this is a double dose of intuition, dreams, and spiritual depth. Retrograde adds a layer of introspection, like a poet revisiting old loves or looking at old pics. So let's put all these together. This week's Mars-Neptune trine is like having a clear plan and a strong gut feeling at the same time. It's where doing meets dreaming. You get things done, but with happy emotions. You might feel inspired to start something creative, like painting your emotions or writing that story that's been bubbling up. Or maybe you have a dream that's so vivid, it helps you make a real-life decision, like finally signing up for that course, reaching out to someone, or changing direction in your work. A quick example. You might feel inspired to start a creative project that channels your emotions, like painting, writing, or even volunteering for a cause close to your heart. Or you could have a powerful dream that guides a real-world decision. This really depends on which house is activated. On the 5th of November, the full moon in Taurus casts a golden glow over our emotions, bringing an end to a cycle. It's like the universe is flipping on a spotlight. What's been simmering beneath the surface now comes into full view. Taurus, ruled by Venus, loves comfort, beauty, and stability, so this moon invites us to slow down and savor life's pleasures. Think cozy blankets, slow-cooked meals, and that satisfying moment when your bank balance finally reflects your hard work. But with the sun in intense Scorpio opposing this moon, there's a tug-of-war between transformation and preservation. You might feel torn between staying in a safe situation or diving into something risky but soul-stirring. You might declutter your home, invest in something meaningful, or have a heart-to-heart about values in a relationship. Whatever unfolds, let it be rooted in what truly nourishes you. So let's look at each sign. Hi Aries, this week invites emotional healing and financial empowerment. Mars in your 8th house trines Neptune in your 12th, helping you release old fears or subconscious patterns, perhaps through a powerful dream, for example. The full moon in your 2nd house highlights your values and money. You might finally feel ready to raise your rates, invest in something meaningful, or let go of possessions that no longer reflect your worth. Some of you could get some good money news this week. Hi Taurus, you're in the spotlight this week. Mars in your 7th house trines Neptune in your 11th, bringing the possibility of making spiritual friends or connections, maybe collaborations. You might team up with someone on a creative or humanitarian project. For those single, you could just meet a soulmate. The full moon in your 1st house shines a light on your identity. Expect clarity around how you want to show up in the world. A new look, a bold decision, or a personal breakthrough is likely. Hi Gemini, your inner world is rich with insight this week. Mars in your 6th house trines Neptune in your 10th, helping you align your daily work with a deeper purpose. You might feel called to serve others in a more compassionate way, or shift your career towards something more meaningful. The full moon in your 12th house encourages rest and release, perfect for a digital detox, meditation retreat, or simply catching up on sleep. Hi Cancer, your creative and social life gets a mystical boost. Mars in your 5th house trines Neptune in your 9th, inspiring you to express your beliefs through art, romance, or storytelling. You might start a blog, fall in love with a new philosophy, or plan a soul-nourishing trip. The full moon in your 11th house brings clarity around friendships or long-term goals. Perhaps you'll join a new community or celebrate a milestone with your tribe. Hi Leo, this week supports emotional transformation and career clarity. Mars in your 4th house trines Neptune in your 8th, helping you heal family wounds or make peace with the past. You might redecorate your space to reflect your inner growth. The full moon in your 10th house brings a career moment. Maybe a promotion, a public recognition, or a decision to pivot towards something more aligned with your values. Hi Virgo, your words carry magic this week. Mars in your 3rd house trines Neptune in your 7th, making your conversations with partners or close friends deeply healing. You might write something that touches others, or have a heart-to-heart that clears the air. The full moon in your 9th house brings clarity around your beliefs or educational goals. Perhaps you finish a course, publish something, or book a meaningful journey. Wishing you a prosperous week. Hi Libra. This week is about aligning your values with your daily life. Mars in your 2nd house trines Neptune in your 6th, inspiring you to make practical changes that support your well-being, like switching to a more intuitive diet or creating a peaceful workspace. The full moon in your 8th house brings emotional depth. You might release a fear around intimacy or money, or have a breakthrough in a shared financial situation. Hi Scorpio, you're glowing with charisma and creative energy. Mars in your 1st house trines Neptune in your 5th, making you magnetic and inspired, perfect for launching a passion project or deepening a romantic connection. The full moon in your 7th house brings relationship clarity. You might commit, reconnect, or release a dynamic that no longer serves you. Your heart knows what it wants. Trust it. Hi Sagittarius. This week supports spiritual healing and emotional grounding. Mars in your 12th house trines Neptune in your 4th, encouraging you to retreat, reflect, and reconnect with your roots. You might journal, meditate, or revisit family memories. The full moon in your 6th house brings clarity around health or work. Perhaps you change your routine, start a wellness practice, or let go of a draining task. Hi Capricorn, your voice and vision are powerful this week. Mars in your 11th house trines Neptune in your 3rd, helping you share your ideas with compassion and creativity. You might lead a group project, give a talk, or write something that inspires others. The full moon in your 5th house brings joy and expression, perfect for celebrating a creative win, romantic moment, or connection with children. Hi Aquarius, this week blends ambition with intuition. Mars in your 10th house trines Neptune in your 2nd, helping you take inspired action toward a career goal that reflects your values. You might launch a soulful business idea or negotiate a raise that feels aligned. The full moon in your 4th house brings emotional clarity at home. Perhaps you move, redecorate, or resolve a family issue with grace. Hi Pisces, you're the dreamer and the doer this week. Mars in your 9th house trines Neptune in your 1st, inspiring you to take action on a spiritual or educational path. You might teach, travel, or share your story in a way that empowers others. The full moon in your 3rd house brings clarity in communication. Expect a meaningful conversation, a writing breakthrough, or news that shifts your perspective.